What did I just watch? What did I just watch for over 3 hours, including the pre-show, nearly 4 hours? What did I just watch? I watched something called the Game Awards. I believe this is a video game show that talks about video games and awards video games for the past year, but Jeff, you stole over 3 hours of my time with this show. I know I'm sort of down on the Game Awards quite often, but this year I was trying to be a little bit more positive. I have made videos talking somewhat positively about the Game Awards in the past, but this by far was the worst show that they have ever done. By far. This needs a complete overhaul. We need to go back to the drawing board. We need to figure out what's going on with this because it's not working. So in this show, in this video that is, I want to talk about the highlights of the event and then just talk about the problems of this event. So if this is your first time on the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like and share the video. Yes, this video is going up very late, but it's a lot of things I need to say. So without any further ado, let's talk about this show. Like I said, it was an interesting show. We started things off with a bang once we got into the main show with Sting. Sting gave his awesome performance. It was beautiful. It was, I don't understand why Sting was at the Game Awards. Like, I get it, the song is from a show that's based on a video game, but that's quite a lot of dots to be connecting when, you know, I don't need to hear Sting. Now, as far as the good things from this show, there were a couple good things. Hellblade 2, we finally got a more in-depth look at it, but while it was gameplay as in-game stuff, it was cinematic in-game stuff. Now, if you've played Hellblade, the original game before, you would know how that sort of works. You have the cinemas that happen in game and then it sort of transitions into the actual gameplay. So this is indicative of the gameplay, but it's still not gameplay. It's using the in-game engine instead of actually showing just, you know, straight up gameplay of what you're going to be doing in this game. So I thought that was a little bit disappointing. This game is going to come out in 2023 probably, so we have a ways to go with it. Alan Wake 2 was announced as well. Alan Wake 2 is going to be a survival horror game, whereas the first game was more of an action horror game with, you know, more or less horror elements. This is actually going to be survival horror. Once again, we didn't see how it's going to be survival horror. We were pretty much just told that. So, you know, it was cool, I guess, you know, a nice announcement. The first Alan Wake was pretty good. We got to look at Sonic Frontiers, which, once again, it wasn't really a gameplay trailer. It was more of a cinematic trailer showcasing the world of Sonic Frontiers. This is obviously the Breath of the Wild moment for the game, a Breath of the Wild moment for the franchise. I mean, you know, I'm definitely interested in it. I am a Sonic the Hedgehog fan, and so I'm looking forward to learning more about the game, but there just wasn't a lot of tangible stuff for Sonic Frontiers, at least for me, to talk about it in depth. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. I honestly had no interest in this game whatsoever, but I feel like some people might be interested in it. As far as the trailer itself was concerned, I thought it was very good because it showed actual gameplay, sort of stuff that you're going to be doing in the game. So I thought that was cool. I figured I'd briefly mention it. We got another look at Forspoken. Once again, not a huge surprise or anything, but it is a game that I am interested in playing. I will be checking that game out. Metal Hellsinger. Now, this was actually probably the biggest surprise from this event, which says a lot. Metal Hellsinger is a game that's sort of like a rhythm-based first-person shooter based on heavy metal music. Bands like Arch Enemy, Lamb of God, Trivium is going to be in the game. So I thought that was kind of cool. You know, obviously, music is subjective. There's probably people who hate metal music on here, but I'm definitely a metal / hip-hop fan. So I thought this game looked pretty cool. And then there was like some other cool stuff, like nothing really crazy. You know, Plague Tale Requiem was there. I think it looks nice, but, you know, it looks better than the first game did. It's obviously, they have a higher budget to use in this, but really that was all the stuff that really captivated me. And Joseph Barnes, his game actually won Game of the Year. It Takes Two was the Game of the Year winner, which I thought was very surprising. I've not played that game. Doesn't really look like a game that I'd be super interested in, but a lot of people seem to really enjoy it. It was very highly rated on Metacritic, and I love Joseph Barnes as a person. I think he's a really funny guy, so I was completely cool with that. But here's the problem. That's it. That was all the interesting stuff from this show. Do you know what they closed the show out with before Joseph Barnes won for It Takes Two? A Matrix thing about an interactive Matrix experience that's now available on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. It looks cool, but it's technically not a video game. It's an interactive experience. It was pretty much just talking about the Matrix because of the upcoming Matrix movie, which we got a trailer on. There were tons of movie trailers during this. There was weird musical stuff beyond just Sting. We had Imagine Dragons, tons of orchestrated stuff, some weird K-pop presentation as well, done in a chibi style that's it for an upcoming video game that was supposed to be like the Pokemon killer. But when we first saw this game, I thought it was just batshit crazy because there was no real flow to it. There was no real consistency to the trailer. It didn't really say what we were going to be doing with it. It's just, this show is not about awards. And here's the problem. If Jeff Keighley would just admit that the show's not about awards, it's more about just, advertising, a 3-hour advertisement for video game companies that want to be seen by a lot of people, that would be fine. Admit that what this show actually is, but saying that you care about the awards and then you cycle through 5 or 6 in rapid fire succession, you do a 4-minute orchestrated music piece that was very well conducted. I'm just not a huge orchestrated music fan, but you do a 4-minute orchestrated music piece for the Game Awards nominees. And then for the actual Game Award winner, Mr. Joseph Barnes, you give him 45 seconds on stage. It's like, why are your priorities so out of whack here? I want to hear from Joseph Barnes, the man who won Game of the Year, not from the orchestra playing various music tracks from the games that were nominated. And there was just so much filler. I will say another really good thing, though. The man who got me into the video game industry as far as journalism and stuff is concerned, DJ Knight, was actually at this event. He's a Twitch streamer now. He was the first person to give me a website, writing for a website back in January of 2012. Yes, 10 years coming up in January. So it was great to see him there. He's definitely, one of the main reasons why I do this, but I can't get behind this show. And I feel like this is the show that will really break the camel's back, the straw that will break the camel's back, because Sony didn't show up to this show. They showed up. The 3 major biggest companies in the world of video games, the 3 major console manufacturers, did not show up to this event. And I think that tells you everything you need to know about this event. It's just, Jeff's heart, I feel, is in the right place. I don't think Jeff is a bad guy or anything, but Jeff obviously likes the greenbacks. He likes the money. He likes the dollar bills, y'all, like all of us do. And the amount of money he probably makes from this show is absolutely ridiculous. So he gives people long advertisements. You can get a 5-minute advertisement, but you can't have the winner of the Game of the Year talk for a few minutes and, share his thoughts, talk about the development process. Is this an advertisement or is this a Game Awards show? And I think this is the year. I think this is finally the year where everyone who watches this show can come to the conclusion that, hey, it's not about the Game Awards. It's not even really about the games. It's more about the advertisements. It's more about the companies spending money to get their ads seen in this Game Awards show, because it's about Hollywood, glitz, glamour. We got this movie trailer getting a premiere here. We got this Hollywood actor here. And it's like, I don't give a shit about any of this. If I gave a shit about Hollywood stuff, I would watch the Oscars or the Academy Awards. I never watch those shows because I don't care. I don't care. If I wanted to know about music awards and popular music artists, I would watch the Grammys. I don't care. This is the industry that I care about, the video game industry. This is the industry that I have a passion for. This is the industry that pays my bills. And to see it really just get disrespected when it really boils down to it with this Game Awards show that's supposedly a very prestigious show, but in the grand scheme of things, you don't care about the awards, you care about the advertisements more so. It's ridiculous to me. This show was an absolute waste of time. It could have been summarized in 10 minutes. Realistically, this show should be an hour to an hour and a half tops. We don't need all this padding. We don't need all these commercials. If it was really about the awards, you would give the people that are getting the awards more time to speak. You would put more focus on them and interesting game announcements, more so than trailers that were obviously paid for to be there, more so than 4 to 5 minute advertising blocks of things to sort of downplay everything, to sort of cool things off before you come back on stage. I don't think Jeff's a bad guy, but I think he needs to completely overhaul his show. Jeff, if you want some advice, hit me up. I'm in tune with the people. I know what's going on these streets. I know what people want to see, and I don't feel like that's what people want to see. So let me know what you think of everything in the comments section down below. What do you think about Nintendo completely no-showing the event? I thought that was hilarious. All those Breath of the Wild 2 rumors were absolute bullshit, like I said they were. But, some people don't listen to me. Some people don't believe me. Some people don't love me. They don't love me. I did have fun talking about it on the Spawncast, but really, the thing you need to take away from this video is the 3 major video game companies, Sony, Nintendo, and Microsoft, were completely non-existent at this event as far as interesting things. Hellblade 2, probably being the outlier of this. But Hellblade 2, we already knew it was a game that was in existence, and we didn't really get a deep dive into it. That should tell you all you need to know about this show. I think the ship has sailed with it. I think it's time to move on to something different. Or maybe it needs some competition. Maybe it needs a competitor to rise from the ashes and show people that, hey, this is what the gamers want. Maybe I need to be that person. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought of the Game Awards in the comments section down below. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like, and share the video as well. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.